Hi guys, I want to come back and talk to you about seasonal writing. You know, when the holidays come around like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, things like that, especially Christmas, it's good to learn to be a seasonal writer because so many people love to go in bookstores and find Christmas stories that they can read to their children or read to their family or even a good Christmas romance that touches them. So it's good to get into seasonal writing because you can gain more audience because they can see that you can write in in another gender, another type. Some people only like to write, like stories that are like beach stories, love and romance on the beach. Okay, that's good, but some people don't live on the beach. And some like it and say, oh, it's a good story, I wish I could go there. Others will say, you know where I live is cold. I know there's good things that happen in cities where there's winter, so why didn't somebody write a nice winter story? It has love and romance and characters and plots and protagonists and antagonists. So seasonal writing is very good to do. I love to write Christmas stories. Like I wrote one I think it was two Christmas ago called, uh, oh boy, A Home for Maddie. I think it's called Home for Maddie, about a little girl who didn't, she didn't have, she lived in an orphanage, and she wanted a mommy and daddy. More than anything else, that's what little Maddie wanted. She wanted a home with a mommy and daddy. And so it was around Christmas time when we got to see all the things that happened in the orphanage at Christmas time, how they try to make the kids happy with toys and everything. So a lot of people liked that and bought it. So yeah, I think it was called A Home for Maddie. If I'm wrong, I can put it back. I'm trying to remember. Oh boy, that's been about 3 or 4 Christmases ago that I wrote that story. And then I wrote one called A Christmas Wish, about a man that worked at a newspaper, and he wanted to be recognized, and so his boss told him, you got to do something really fantastic, great to gain the audience, for the newspaper. So he thought, what's the greatest gift that was ever gotten at Christmas time? And so this was called The Greatest Gift. So he said, I know the rich people are probably the ones that have to get the greatest gifts. But he learns through all that he's happened throughout the day that the greatest gift isn't always material things. And then there was another one called A Christmas Wish. So it's good to write stories like that because a lot of people didn't know that I could write Christmas stories. And now I'm into mysteries. Now, mysteries, most people see mysteries, at least I do, like in a big city like New York where it's snow and, and the cars are passing by, and in somebody's house somebody is doing something that's evil and not good. And so I wrote things like that. And then I wrote for Kendall Vella, I wrote one called Accidentally in Love, about a girl who wanted to live in Paris and her parents let her go, but she had to live with this one family, which turns out wasn't a rich family. And so she didn't really want to be in Paris, but she learns and she accidentally falls in love. Ooh, excuse me. My popcorn, I was eating popcorn earlier. So, seasonal writing is good. Learn how to write for the seasons. I wrote one called Thanksgiving Turkey. There's so many people that love seasonal stories. They'll go in the bookstore and say, do you have any books about Thanksgiving stories? Or do you have any books about Christmas stories? Or do you have any books about little children in the orphans at Christmas time? All kind of stuff. So seasonal writing is good. Look at the holidays and think of what you did when you were young. What made you excited about the holidays? And put that into books. Okay? So seasonal writing, that's a good thing to get into because so many people live in places that they can't have access to where they would like to be, but you can take them there in a book. You can take them to a faraway island where some people go, that don't like to be here in the winter, then they go to Florida or someplace warm during the wintertime. Well, if you can't get there, but you could love to read stories about people that leave that cold weather and go to the warm and the adventures that they're experiencing. And then when winter's over, they come back. So think about seasonal writing. It's something that every author, I think, should really delve into because that'll gain you more audience because they'll see, hey, she not only writes Christmas stories, she writes mysteries. She writes romance, mysteries, holiday stories, seasonal stories. So she's very well versed. And that's what you want to be. You want to be well versed where people will say, I like his writing or her writing because they can write anything. It'll turn out good. So look into seasonal writing. I think you might like it. God bless you all. Bye bye now. See you later.